Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 27th of January 2022. Right now, I am with the 9th Cambridge class, and the subject we are studying is D Maths 4024. This is Cambridge O Levels Mathematics Syllabus D. We are working on the syllabus and we are working on the D3. The name of the book is New Syllabus Mathematics 7th edition. Today we have set our hearts to solve an exercise, and the exercise is 10B. And this exercise, this chapter is about the arc length and especially the area of the sector and radian measure. Today in this video, which is the first video in this exercise 10B, we will be only solving the question number 1. The question number 1 has different parts and we will solve them. And in this question, these are not story sums, only the numbers are given, and we will practice to find out the arc length, we will practice to find out the area of the sector, and we will practice to find out the perimeter of the sector. It's a very good question. Today in this session, we will be solving only one question. So hope you will enjoy it and you will learn it, and this will be very beneficial for you. So let's start today's work, and let's see you in that exercise. So on your screen, the exercise 10B is showing up, and today we will be solving only the question number 1. And you can see that the question number 1A part, the radius is given 7 centimeter, the angle at the center by the sector is 72 degree. The arc length we have to find out, the area of the sector we have to find out, and the perimeter of the sector we have to find out. So let me show you how this is done. Okay. So the radius is 7 centimeter and the angle at the center by the sector is 72 degrees. The arc length is questioned, the area of the sector is questioned, and the perimeter is questioned. You know the arc length, the formula is theta by 360 2 pi r. Just enter the values. Theta is 72 and the radius is 7. So 72 divided by 360 multiply 2 multiply pi multiply 7, and it will give you 8.8 centimeters. So the arc length is 8.8 centimeter. Then their question is find the area of the sector. The formula for the area of the sector is theta by 360 pi r square. So 72 divided by 360 multiply pi multiply 7 square equals to, and that will be 30.8 centimeter. The perimeter of the sector, you know the perimeter of the sector is radius plus arc. So the radius is 7, so you will have 7 plus 7, and the arc is 8.8 centimeter. So 7 plus 7 plus 8.8 centimeter, and that will be 22.8 centimeter. So this is how you will do the question number 1 and its A part. So let's see the second part and question number 1 and its B part. The radius is 35 millimeter. The angle is questioned. The arc length is questioned. The area of the sector is questioned, and the perimeter is 136 millimeter. So now we know two things. We know the radius and we know the perimeter. You know the formula for the perimeter is radius plus the arc. So I know the radius, I know the perimeter, so I can find the arc length from this formula. So let me show you how this is done. Okay, so the question number 1 and its B part. Okay, so the radius is 35 millimeter, the perimeter is 136 millimeter, the theta is questioned, the angle at the center, the arc length is questioned, and the area of the sector is questioned. We know that the perimeter of the sector is radius plus the arc. The perimeter is given, that's 136 millimeter. The radius is 35 millimeter, so 35 plus arc. So arc will be 136 minus 70, and the arc will be 66 millimeter. Sorry, I wrote here by mistake centimeter. This is basically millimeter. This thing is wrong. Okay, let me cut it. Okay, so this is basically millimeter. Okay, so the once you know the arc, then apply the formula for the arc, that is theta by 362 pi r. I know the arc, that's 66 equals to theta by 360 into 2 pi, and the radius is 7. I will take these things to the other side, and I will make this theta the subject of the formula. So you will have theta is equals to 66 multiplied 360 divided by 2 divided by pi divided by 35. So divided by here I was supposed 35. So in your calculator you will enter like this: 66 multiplied 360 divided 2 divided pi divided 35 equals to, and that will give you 108. So the angle subtended at the center by this sector will be 108. So now I know the theta also. And then I can find the area of the sector, and the formula for the area of the sector is theta by 360 pi r square. Theta is 108 divided by 360 multiply pi multiply 35 square. Radius is 35 here. So in your calculator, you will enter 108 divided 360 multiply pi multiply 35 square equals to, and that will give you 1154.5 millimeter square. So this is how you will do question number 1, and it's B part. Hopefully you understand. These are very straightforward questions. They are giving you practice on the use of those formulae. Okay, so let's go to the next part. Question number 1, and it's C part. The radius is question, and the angle at the center is 270 degree. The arc length is question. The area is 1848 millimeter square. The perimeter is also the question. So you know the angle at the center, you know the area. So by using the formula for the area, which is theta by 360 pi r square, I can, and I know the angle that at theta value is 270 degree, and I know the area. We can find the radius. Once I know the radius, then I can find the arc length, and then I can also find the perimeter. So let's go to the solution, and here we go. Question number 1, and it's C part coming up on your screen. Radius is question, theta is 270 degree, arc is question, and area of the sector is 1848 millimeter square. The perimeter is question. You know the area, we know the formula for the area is theta by 360 pi r square. Area is 1848, theta is 270 divided by 360 pi r square. So make r square alone on one side. So this 360 will go to the other side, it will multiply there. This 270 pi will go on the other side and it will divide there. So in your calculator, you will enter, listen carefully what I say, enter that in your calculator. In your calculator, you will write 1848 multiply 360 divided 270 divided pi equals to. So then you will, don't delete anything, under root or square root, answer equal. So you will get 28 millimeters. So the radius is 28 millimeters. Now I can find the arc. The arc can be found. The arc will be, the formula for the arc is arc of a sector is theta by 360 2 pi r. Theta is 270 divided by 360 multiply 2 multiply pi multiply 28. The radius here is 28. So you will have in your calculator you will enter 270 divided 360 multiply 2 multiply pi multiply 28 equals to, and that will give you 131.9, which is 132 millimeter. The last part is that they want us to find out the parameter of this sector. You know the parameter of the sector is radius plus arc. So you will have 28 plus 132, and that will be 188 millimeter. So this is how, my dear students, we will solve question number 1. It's C part. I hope that this makes sense to you. Question number 1, it's D part. He says, question number 1 is D part. The radius is question. The angle at the center by the sector is 150 degree. The arc length is 220 centimeter. The area is question, and the parameter is question. Because you know the arc length, and you know the arc length formula is theta by 362 pi r. I know the theta, I know the arc length, and I can find out the radius from that formula. Once I know the radius, the angle, and then I can find the area of the sector and the parameter of the sector, there will be no problem. So let's see how this question is done. Okay. So the radius is question, theta is 150 degree, arc length is 220 centimeter, area of the sector is question, perimeter of the sector is question. We know the formula for the arc length is theta by 362 pi r. Arc length is 220 and theta is 150. So 220 equals to 150 divided 360 multiply 2 multiply pi multiply r. So I will make this r alone. So this 360 will go on the other side. It will multiply there. This 150 to 2, that is 300 pi. So that 300 pi will go on the other side and it will divide there. So the radius will be equals to 220 multiply 360 divided 300 divided pi equals to, and your calculator will tell you 84 centimeter. So the radius is 84 centimeter. Once you know the radius, now I can find the area very easily. We know, the area of the sector is formula is theta by 360 pi r square. Theta is 150 divided by 360 multiply pi multiply 84 in its square. So you will have in your calculator, you can enter like this: 150 divided 360 multiply pi multiply 84 square equals to, and that will give you 9236.3 centimeters square. Now, if you want to find out the parameter of the sector is radius plus arc. Radius plus arc, and it should be 84 plus 84 plus 220, and that will be 388 centimeter. So this is how you will do this question, and let me show you. So the whole solution of this question is coming up on your screen. I hope that you have understood this. So let's go to the next question. The next question will be the E part, and it says the radius is 14. The radius is 14 meter, and the angle at the center is question. The arc length is 55 meter. The area of the sector is question. The perimeter of the sector is question. So let's go to the solution and let's see how we have solved it. So E part, the radius is 14 meter, the theta is question, the arc length is 55 meter, the area of the sector is question, the perimeter of the sector is question. So because you know the arc length and you know the radius, by applying the formula of the arc length, I can find out the angle at the center. I can find the value of the theta. So the arc is theta by 362 pi r, and 55 equals to theta by 362 pi. The radius is 14. Okay, so I will make that theta alone. This 360 will go to the other side. It will multiply there. This 28 pi will go on the other side. It will divide there. So theta will be equals to 360 multiply 55 divided by 28 divided by pi. And theta will be 22.225.1. So once you know the angle at the center and you know the radius, you can find the area of the sector. The formula for the area of the sector is theta divided by 360 pi r square. That's the formula for this. So enter the value of the theta and the radius. So you will have 225 divided by 360 multiply pi multiply 14 square equals to, and that will be 384.8 meters square. So this is how you find the area of the sector. The perimeter of the sector, the formula is radius plus the arc. So the radius is 14, and so 14 plus 55, and that will give you 83 meters. So this is how you do question number 1, and it's E part. Hopefully you understand. Okay, so let's go to the F part. The radius is question, the angle at the center is 75, the arc length is question, the area of the sector is 154 centimeters square, the perimeter of the sector is question. So you know the area of the sector, you know the angle of the sector at the center, and you, first of all, I will apply the formula for the area and I will find out the radius. Once I know the radius, very easily I can find the arc length, and very easily I can find the perimeter of the sector. So this is question number 1 and F part. So let me show you my solution. Okay, so radius is question, the theta is 75 degree, the arc length is question, the area of the sector is 154 centimeters square, the perimeter of the sector is question, area of the sector is theta divided by 360 pi r square, area is 154 centimeters square, so 154 is equals to theta is 75, 75 divided by 360 multiply pi multiply r square. So I will make r square alone. So this 360 will go on the other side. It will multiply there, and 75 pi will go downstairs. So r square will be equal to 360 multiply 154 divided by 75 divided by pi equals to square root answer equals to the radius will be 15.3 centimeters. So once you know the radius, you can find out the arc length theta, and the formula for the arc length is theta divided by 362 pi r. Theta is 75 divided by 360 multiply 2 multiply pi, and the radius is 15.3 equals to, and you will get 20 centimeters. So the arc length is 20 centimeters. Now I can find the perimeter of the sector. The formula for the perimeter of the sector is radius plus arc. Radius is 15.3 and the arc length is 20. So you will have 15.3 plus 15.3 plus 20, and that will be 50.6 centimeters. So this is how you will find the perimeter of the sector. So that was the question number 1, and it's F part, my dear students. Let's have a look at this. So today's we have done exercise 10B, and it's question number 1. There were F parts, A, B, C, D, E, F. We have done all the parts. It was a practice. It's a basic practice on the use of the formula for the arc length of a sector, the area of a sector, and the perimeter of a sector. I have tried to do it very fastly, and I've tried my best to show you the formula. We use these formulas, we write these formulas, we recite these formulas again and again. When you do this, these formulas make pattern in your mind and you never forget them. Hopefully you have understood today's task. We will complete this exercise. We will make more videos on this exercise in coming days. So keep watching my channel, and if you think that this video has helped you, don't forget to subscribe my channel. And my dear students, also make sure that if you think that this is beneficial to you, share the link of this video on your Facebook accounts, on your Twitter accounts, on your Instagram accounts. Share the link of these videos with your class fellows, with your junior students, with your senior students, so they can also benefit from from my channel. So once again, everybody, thank you very much. It's a great blessing for me to teach you all online. And I'm especially thankful to all the students around the globe which are watching my channel. And I'm also thankful to God for He has given me the strength to do this and be helpful to many. So thank you very much. It's a great blessing for all of us to have this channel. And thank you very much once again. Have a good day. God bless you all.